Oh,
Hello. Hello. Mic check. Can you hear us? I hope you can hear us. Okay.
Hello?
No technical difficulties today. Okay. I
we can
promise.
hear you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Now,
I just
can
checked.
chat hear us?
Oh,
Happy Wednesday,
I just
everybody.
checked on it looked like it was working. Yeah.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to talk all about Epilepsy Foundation of America and their event happening this month. And we're going to chat with creator Ike today. We're going to talk a little bit about his content creation journey and why he fundraises for EF. So, thank you all so much for joining us today. You know who I am. I'm Ashley. I am Tiltify's community manager, and I do all the fun content things, these interviews and our community spotlights and our blog posts. That's where you'll find me. So we're going to do the round of introduction. We're going to throw it to Monique. We want to hear a little bit about you and your role at EFA.
Yeah, first, I just want to thank you guys. You guys do so much for nonprofits like us, big or small. So we felt very, very supported as a smaller nonprofit in the space. So thank you for all that you do to support our charity. Um, I am Monique. I work for the Epilepsy Foundation of America. I run our Stream for Epilepsy program, among many other things, because when you work for a nonprofit, you wear many hats. And I came to work at EF just kind of randomly. I found a job there in a very challenging market when was forced to move across the country. But
Oh,
I've quickly come to discover that there are many creators like Ike and others in the community that are very passionate, and it's probably one of the most inclusive and really engaging communities that I've ever worked with. And I've worked with quite a few nonprofits. So it's been an absolute pleasure to meet everybody and to work with everybody in this space. And I'm learning a lot along the way. But I appreciate if anyone's here. Oh, Lily's here. I see her in chat. She's one of our ambassadors. Thank you for supporting. See,
hi.
they show up when we post things, and I'm so blessed to have them as a part of our community.
Yes, thank you, Lily, and everyone joining us today. We really appreciate it. And you said Lily is an ambassador, you said.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Really incredible volunteer. Oh, and James. Hi. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Monopolizing this. I'm just very excited
You're
they're here.
fine. Welcome in, everybody. We're so happy to have you. And thank you, Monique, for a little brief introduction about you and your role. We appreciate all the work you do. And thank you for working with me as well. Thank you. And Ike, let's hear a little bit about who you are and your content creation journey. We want to hear all about it.
Yeah, so thanks again for having me. I am Ike or Swift Ike. I'm a speedrunner on Twitch. Been speedrunning for almost 5 years now, and I've also been running my charity, the Brisk Boys Benefit. It's had a couple of different names. It used to be called the Swift Donation Days, but now my name is Swift. But it all comes from one of my best friends growing up, his tag was Swift. He actually passed of an epilepsy related complication a few years ago, and he was a big inspiration to me and like role model. So I wanted to do something that I could, honor him. So I started doing this charity event, and like 4 years ago when I started it, it was like, oh, $50 is our goal, and that was
Wow.
super awesome. And then the next year goal was like $100, and then it was $1,000, and I think this year was also $1,000, and we crushed it
Yeah.
with like
Over
3,000
3,500.
something.
Hmm.
Um, so that's
That's incredible.
a short TLDR of the journey. It's always just been
So,
speed running though, so that
and
part
what do
is.
you speed run?
Speedrun The Legend of Zelda games. Started with Ocarina of Time, and now I play Twilight Princess.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm inspired because I've only played Breath of the Wild. I know. I got to play the other ones, but I won't be
It's a
speedrunning
good
them, but you're
game.
inspiring me to play all the other ones because there's so many more that I need to dive into. Oh my gosh. What is your favorite Zelda game?
Probably Twilight Princess.
Okay, I
It,
hear
it,
that
it
a
was always
lot.
a tie between Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time,
Mhm.
but after speedrunning both of them, it kind of pushed Twilight Princess forward and Ocarina of Time backwards a tad. But Breath of
Why
the
is that?
Wild's definitely number three. Ocarina of Time's it's like the first 3D Zelda game. They hadn't figured out everything
Mm,
quite yet. Just doesn't
gotcha.
feel the same to like move Link around, when you're playing it for so many hours every single day. It's kind of nice to enjoy moving the character around. And in one game I do, and in one game I don't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is literally a masterpiece to a lot of people. They're like, you have to play it. I'm like, okay, I'll figure out how to. I just hope I'm not bad because, yeah, there's people like, you have to do this, you have to do it this way. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know. That's how I felt with Breath of the Wild. I said, there's no instructions. What do I do? Just had to learn along the way. But Breath of the Wild was a beautiful game, beautiful story. So yeah,
Very
I just got
pretty.
to dive into the other ones. I'm a work in progress. We're doing the other ones soon.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Yeah, and I actually purchased. Oh gosh, the musical one. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Cadence of Hyrule?
Oh, that's really really fun. Really really fun. I enjoy that one.
Big fan.
Oh my gosh. All right, this whole stream is about Zelda now. It's all right. It's
I'm fine
okay.
with that.
I
Take it
mean,
over.
that's all my stream's ever been about.
Yeah.
We have an emote inspired by somebody who tattooed the Zelda sword with like our flame image around it. So
Really?
Zelda is a part of this. Yeah, you can Google it. It's like Zelda epilepsy
Ooh.
flame, and you can find a Google image of it. It's insane. It's huge. It's
My
huge.
gosh. I love that. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna look that up.
So Zelda is fine with me.
Yeah, me too. Well, awesome. I hope to tune into your stream soon, watch you speed run. That's awesome. I love seeing people speed run. It just takes a certain craft to be really good at that. So big ups to you and big respect.
And also
Thanks.
speed running, and like he also talks a lot with his community. Like he's very active. I feel like some of the other
Wow.
people that I may randomly
Yeah.
watch, like they're just like focused. So
There
I don't know
tends to
how
be
you do
2
it.
kinds of speedrunners, and it's, people who's, like, they're on Twitch almost, like, to capture their speedruns, and then people
Uh-huh.
like me are
Yeah.
speedrunning as a resource to be on Twitch. I actually started like, before I speedran, I was a Dota player. So I was a
Oh.
big MOBA
Oh.
player, and I wanted to get into streaming, and I felt like I couldn't ever read chat and talk to people while I was playing
Mm.
Dota. It was too focused and tense, so I, got into speedrunning from watching some other big people in the scene, like ZFG, etc. I was just like, "Man, I kinda wanna do this." I
Yeah.
started, doing that, and since you do the exact same thing every single time to a degree, you can just kinda autopilot a little bit and just talk to chat, it's a just chatting stream where you trick everyone into you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like you get better and better at it when you find shortcuts too. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's speed running, but yeah, because you're like, oh, I know what to do. I'm reading chat, I'm just moving sticks and going. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Cool. I can't wait to tune in. And we do have our Control Plus Stream Kit extension. So you can hover over that extension and follow Swift Ike right now to tune into his streams.
Oh, that's really
So awesome. So let's talk a little bit about epilepsy and what it is. And I want to start this question with Monique. Can you give us a background about it if people don't know what it is?
Sure. So epilepsy, I'll just say from the beginning, it's not what you think. It isn't maybe the grand mal seizure that you've seen on TV, somebody depicting where, some sort of strobe lights or flashing makes this person kind of, pass out, unconscious on the ground, what have you. So the depictions of it really are quite off. And actually, a majority of the community does not experience grand mal seizures. So basically, epilepsy consists of different types of seizure disorders. If you have certain amount of seizures over a certain period of time, you become status epilepticus, which some of our community are still, which just basically means that your seizures are controlled and you're still having active seizures. Whereas some people, maybe a device, medical treatment, what have you, can help them become seizure free. And so that's when you maybe are dropped from that status and you're considered seizure free. So, I mean, basically epilepsy and seizures, there's a lot to it. I'm not a doctor by any means. There's still a lot to be uncovered about what it is, but obviously it deals with your brain, the neurons and synapses in your brain misfiring, which causes you to have, a certain reaction, whether that's an absence or absence seizure, where maybe it just looks like you're drifting off into space, just losing a little bit of focus when actually you could be having a seizure. Some people have, basically just kind of a migraine or a different like out of body experience, but it is still considered epilepsy because they're still alert, but then 15 minutes later, they may forgot everything that they just talked to you about. And then there, of course, there's grand mal. There's different triggers to different people's seizures. Some people are triggered by sound. Some people are triggered by light. Some people are obviously triggered by stress, food. And the unfortunate part about epilepsy is that it's very underfunded in the market, as a lot of neurological diseases are. And there's also not a lot of treatments. There's maybe 30 approved FDA drugs right now, and typically, it's a combination that work, kind of. It's never really kind of a one size fits all, or, there are some devices and things that we can do, but we really only have been around since 1968. And there's a lot more work that needs to be done in this space, and just a lot more discovery in general, to support our community at large, because there's 3.4 million people in America that have epilepsy, 65 million worldwide. So, and 1 in 10 of us will have a seizure in our lifetime. So, if you're in a room of 10 people, one of you may have a seizure at some point in your life. But
Oh,
again, I am not a doctor, and I don't.
yeah.
My boyfriend is a urologist, not a neurologist. So I learn just as much as all of you,
I don't
every
think I know the
single day.
difference.
I know. Well, see, I didn't know the difference until he told me he was going into urology, which is like total different parts of the body. But we don't need
Yes,
to get in there.
yes, definitely
You,
way down there.
yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, that's why tomorrow on our channel, we're talking with our chief medical officer again, because she actually like has helped set the tone with a lot of different prominent research in the epilepsy space. She actually help determine with the FDA and other government entities, like being able to do a double blind study, and some of the parameters of that. So she is a foremost researcher and medical professional on epilepsy and seizures. So we're very lucky to have her. So we are really at the forefront of the conversation about epilepsy too, and advocating for our community.
Yes, and while we're on the topic of advocating for individuals with epilepsy, how can we do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. Definitely check out epilepsy.com. It's our main website. I apologize in advance. It's going it's undergoing an overhaul because we know how important accessibility is, and our website is not the most accessible right now. And you can learn more about, different advocacy efforts in terms of obviously, working with your different legislators on a local or nationwide level, but also just, spreading the word, raising awareness. And so that's where, Stream for Epilepsy and other pieces come in, where we're able to really just, let people know that 1 in 26 have epilepsy, and we'll have it at some point in our lifetime. The different triggers of seizures being more accessible, like if you're playing a game and it has flashing lights or some sort of setting that could trigger somebody with epilepsy, maybe just put an epilepsy warning in there, just so that your audience can feel more included, because the people are out there, whether or not they disclose it or not to you, they definitely are experiencing those triggers. So there are obviously many ways to advocate and support the community, obviously donations too. But epilepsy.com is definitely the place I would recommend to go. And if you're interested in doing obviously Stream for Epilepsy like Ike does, which we'll talk about, I know more in a bit, definitely check out our website and learn more. And you can obviously reach out.
Yes, and we can do exclamation fundraise in chat. It will send you directly to our Tiltify page for Epilepsy Foundation of America. And you can start your campaign today. Okay. And it just
Yes.
takes a couple minutes to sign up. So,
Didn't you just do a tutorial on how to
Self
edit
fundraiser.
your page?
yeah.
Didn't I see
Hmm.
that? Yeah. So check
Yes.
that out, you guys, and their bots.
Yes. And we just had our boot camp last week on how you can set up your campaign.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, with
So
Lou, right?
all that. Yep, with Lou.
The
Hmm.
real
We
MVP,
went through
Lou.
the whole entire Tiltify page and how you could be successful with your
Gosh. That
campaigns.
take
So
forever? There's a lot of customization, you guys, if you don't know.
yeah, we went through every single thing that we offer on
Yeah.
Tiltify and gave you some examples on how you can use our features as well. So
Cool.
check out our VOD, and it is uploaded on YouTube on our Tiltify YouTube channel. So check that out. Boot
Nice.
camps are great. Don't we love them? I love them because,
When it isn't
again,
like
like
working
speed
out.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah, like speed running, it's memory, literally memory. You're like,
That's
yep,
all it
I know what to
is.
do. Yep. Yep, you do this, you add this incentive, yep, activate this, yep. Really, really easy. So, I want to say thank you, Monique, for giving us all that information about epilepsy and how we can advocate for individuals. And accessibility is so important in gaming,
So
and it's
important.
still a work in progress. And
Mhm.
there's so many awesome other creators in our community, Tiffany Witcher and everyone else
Yes,
that is
Tiffany is
working
actually
really
has
hard.
epilepsy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we work with
And
Tiffany too. We love, I mean, she's incredible. Sorry to interrupt you. We are
no,
doing a
no,
lot with
yeah.
accessibility that I'm actually really excited about. I'd love to share with you guys too. We've been
Yeah.
talking with Xbox about because we with our board we have this committee that basically determines the kind of mass accessibility rules for people with epilepsy, like kind of the basics that game developers could use when developing a game to include in the game development process to make your game accessible. So we're going to be sharing that with them. And I know I've talked with Matthew at Tiltify. I mean, your team is incredible. We're going to be sharing that too, so we can raise awareness from the beginning, obviously, to make it more accessible. So I couldn't agree more. Accessibility is like the key piece of what we need to be doing. And it's not just epilepsy only, too. I mean, there are so many other ways that we can make gaming more accessible because gaming is for everybody.
Exactly. Exactly. Number one, gaming is for everyone,
Absolutely
and it
agree.
should be. hmm And Microsoft is so good on
They
that.
are.
They're so
Of
good on that.
They
Oh my
have
gosh.
one thing that they're the best at, hands down. It's definitely
Agree.
accessibility stuff.
Agree.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to let
100%.
we've been talking to Anita, she's their global accessibility department, the VP there. And I mean, I just reading they she posted a blog post on Global Accessibility Day about all the things that they're doing and their commitment to it. And I talking
Yeah.
to her, I was like, I felt like I was talking to like the president. Like she just like knows everything and was working with all of the pieces of the puzzle and she has her eyes on the prize and it's so cool to like be able to be a part of that or play a little role to make things accessible.
So much respect to Xbox, really. They work hard at that. And I know Logitech as well, they're working hard to have those devices for
Yep.
people. It's, yeah. I'm so happy we are surrounded by amazing brands that do the work and make sure gaming is for everyone. So
Mhm.
that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. So, again, we're going to tune into that stream tomorrow. And is it going to be on Epilepsy's Twitch channel or?
Yeah, it'll be on our Stream for Epilepsy Twitch with
Okay.
our chief medical officer. We're going to be talking about our new app that we have for people with disability or with epilepsy or seizures. Basically, it's just a way for them to be able to track things more in live time, and it feeds into our basically machine learning system that allows us to identify trends that doctors and epileptologists and what have can apply in real time to help people more effectively manage their epilepsy. So it's a
Beautiful.
really extensive project that we've been working on and we're really excited to unveil it.
So
Perfect.
I actually have a question. If
Yeah,
you're trying to make things more accessible in terms of epilepsy warnings, do you think that having like chat messages, like, because I know, like I said, I am a speedrunner. I do the same thing every single time. I have a spot in my current run where the game, there's some textures where they're not supposed to be there, so it doesn't know what to do. So they just fly
right.
around the screen. It's really flashing lights and spooky. So I just have like a little text thing that pops up, and I usually try and
Yeah.
say something, but I do this a lot, so sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
Do you think like a graphic on screen would be better, or just the text is fine?
I think you can do either or. I think whatever you think is better for your community. I think in general, our biggest concern, so background for you, I'm sure you know, I mean, not everybody on the internet is great. So a lot of people will post like a flashing GIF without any sort of warning. So if you're warning at some point in the game and your chat is very active, I mean maybe you wanted to put something on screen like a little we have like little trigger warning graph like really tiny that you could add into your overlay that you could just like switch your scene quick or just keep it up during it just so that when someone arrives that they would be able to know like whether or not it's happening at that time is fine, but we always include a trigger warning just as a precaution. But I it's great that you do it in chat though. I think that's
I
already
think
Yeah,
a
both.
I
huge step.
just I made a stream deck button to have it
Yeah,
post something.
that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, any piece is helpful. It's already helping to raise awareness and protect somebody that needs it. I think too, if you know you're playing a new game that's really really flashy, I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
creators will post ahead of time on their Twitter or whatever. That seems to be helpful, or like in the description of their video, which seems to be helpful.
Yeah, I think having both is effective,
Yeah,
honestly. There's a lot of
obviously the more the
creative.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but whatever
a lot
works
of
for you.
viewers yeah, a lot of viewers, they enter a stream first with the video off because they don't know what to
Yes,
expect.
smart.
And then, yeah, they read the comments and chatter, you know, yeah, both
Right.
are
Like our
best.
community, if most of our community will, they know they figured out for the most part what triggers them, so they're gonna do what they have to do anyway as a precaution. So the fact that you're having it in chat is still extremely helpful. And I'm sure if anybody who's here from my community, they can chime in, but they know what to do also to protect themselves.
Yeah, and you can add it as a timer too, so you don't have to hit the button yourself. You
Yeah.
can say every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, "Hey, heads
Yeah.
up," you know?
Yeah.
It's just like at one spot, like an
Yeah.
hour in of the 6-hour thing. It's just
Yeah. And I'm sure your
Mhm.
seeing
community
people.
is used to it too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for the
yeah,
most part. But
yeah,
there's always new people coming
yeah,
in. I feel like
for
a
Yeah,
sure.
lot of accessibility things in gaming, speedrunning, and just in general is people are always thinking about who's currently playing and not who
True.
currently isn't playing. Um, I've been pushing for accessibility stuff in speedrunning recently, and people are just
yeah.
like, we've had these rules for so long. Why would we consider
Mhm.
changing them? And it's just like, well, because they work for who's here, but what about all these other people who probably aren't have
So
never even
true.
considered speedrunning because, they don't have 3 hours to sit still. They don't have, all of these things that you need to be able to speedrun. Um,
I love that.
and just like
Yeah.
trying to start conversations on like things we can do to make it more accessible to the people who aren't here, like thinking for them rather than just about, the small community we already have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have any ideas right now, Ike, for making speedrunning more accessible right now, or are you just still working on that?
My current ones are more simplified, like, baby steps because the community hasn't really changed on this front in a long time. But just
Mhm.
we used to have something called time attack, right? Which was where you record the first like hour and then you have to go to work and then you come back and you record the next however long and you could pause as many times as you need to and your finished speed run would be all of them put together. And because of cheating, I believe we switched to real time attack, which was you
Oh,
start the timer and then your run is done and the timer doesn't stop until that point. So let's say you have to go to the bathroom, you have something that keeps you from sitting in the chair for so long, you have a kid, you have a job, cannot speedrun anything that doesn't work within your schedule,
Yep.
which discourages a ton of people. And I'm kind of trying to push, maybe let's have a couple breaks, maybe let's have a separate like leaderboard for, time attack, something that makes it more official. And they always say like, "Oh, you can do that if you want. Like there's nothing stopping you." But all of speedrunning from the outside is really focused on like the leaderboard. Like that's speedrun.com is where you go to look at speedrunning stuff. And there it says we use RTA, you can't pause. You
Wow.
like these are the rules.
right.
Mhm.
And I don't think people realize that even though you can do the other options, it not being explicitly stated does discourage people.
Yep. Yeah, you need it from the top down.
Exactly. So,
Wow.
100% agree. Wow. That's amazing
So
work.
it's
Like,
speedrun.com. They're the ones that
yeah, that's just
kind
a
of
hub leaderboard.
right. But
Everything
that's
is
where
there
everybody turns to in this community
for the most
for their
part.
yeah,
Once people get into their specific game, because there's speed running, and there's the Zelda speed runners, and then the Breath of the Wild speed runners, and there's the Zelda speedrun Discord and the Breath of the Wild speedrunning Discord. Usually, the Discords are where all like the real community stuff is.
sure.
But I think when you're looking at it from the outside, you go to the Reddits and the speedrun.com website, and what you see there is so vastly different from what's inside the community. And I've been trying to push for some change there. Um, and it's new thing, slow
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing work that you're doing, and we appreciate that. And I can't wait to see what you do in the future and how you change speedrunning because it's coming
Yeah,
quick.
here's hoping.
You're talking now, and you're making those conversations. It'll happen soon, and I believe in that strongly. So thank you so much for the work you're doing, Ike, and everybody else that you're involving. That's awesome. That's
Can only
awesome.
hope, you know.
Yep, you got it. You got it. I have no doubt about it. Because it's needed. This change is needed to include everybody that wants to speed run, you know? So that's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you. And I wanted to talk with you, Ike, a little bit about why do you fundraise for Epilepsy Foundation, especially with your friend? Like what motivates you to keep going?
Um. Well, yeah, like I said earlier, it's for my buddy. I have like a little thing that I keep on me at all times. It's a little memorial picture. He's a
Oh.
dork, but I don't know. He was just kind of one of those guys who would show up on my, in my room at 2 a.m. Would bike over to my house and just be like, "Yo, man, I want to upset my mom. Can I crash in your room?" Just like, yeah, okay. That he was just kind of a wild dude. Um, and I found out at the memorial actually that he acted very differently around like all of his friends, other than because around me he was always just like napping. Like he'd come over and crash, and he was super chill, low energy. But then I found at the memorial that all of his friends were like, "Oh, he's always super high energy. If anyone's down, he puts all of his stuff aside and is the friendly, cheer up everyone else kind of guy." And I never really saw that side of him, but I kind of want to try and bring that side of him to my stream, be the guy who's just, entertainer, happy, fun, uh make the world a better place. That's what he
Yeah.
did for others. That's what I like to think I was to him. Hopefully I can do what he did for, you know, people on the internet.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
and
That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, he saw you as the comfort friend, I
yeah,
guess,
Yeah.
he
outside of
knew
everybody else.
we were like 5. So
Since
he
you were 5?
was yeah, I met him when he was 5. He was like my neighbor.
Mhm.
Oh, so you known each other for a while.
Yeah,
Wow. Yep.
past
You're
like
definitely that
4
comfort
years
friend
ago.
then. Wow.
How long ago was
That's
it that he
amazing.
passed?
2017, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very recent.
And I've been doing this ever since. I run it on his birthday.
Yeah. It's in July, right?
Yeah.
Every
Wow.
July. Awesome. And with the Brisk Boys benefit, I hope I said that right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
do you rally together other creators and other speedrunners for the event, or do you just do it
I
solo?
haven't yet. Like I said before, it started out really small. I was averaging, let's say, 1 to 10 viewers for the first like 4 events. I think I averaged like 30 for not this most recent one, the one before, and this most recent one I averaged like 100 viewers for the event. I had hit partner, and it was a much bigger thing.
Wow.
So I'll start, branching out from there, but it was definitely like a 5 viewer thing and then a 10 viewer thing and then a 10 viewer thing. I had a job and was going to school, and then recently I've been going full time on content creation for the last almost 2 years now.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So,
Congratulations on that.
thank
Yeah.
you. It's unfortunate that it's mostly due to COVID putting me inside forever. Um,
Yeah.
but I like to think that I'm trying to make the best of it, as we all are, and
Right?
have some
Definitely.
Still.
fun. Yeah, and
That's
I'd love
awesome.
to reach out in the future, yeah, and have more people, you know,
Maybe we need to
doing.
make this like an official EF event.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I don't.
I agree.
Oh, an official Epilepsy Foundation. I was like, EF. I had to think about it for a sec.
Oh,
See,
sorry. I mean,
this is why
Shorten
I
it down
speed
a little
run, so I
bit.
never have to think.
sorry. No. Yeah, because, we do have one in July, but man, if it was the Brisk Boys event,
Yeah, I'd be down.
That'd be
Be
amazing.
like
Maybe
that.
fun.
we need to chat more about this
Yeah.
offline. Make it
Yep.
happen.
And if you want to rally other creators and other people, you can make a team on Tiltify and they can just
And
join
then
in and fundraise under
Ash can
that
do
one event.
her one first time ever speed run too, live.
Oh,
I do
what
do
would I
tutorials.
speed run? What would I
Oh,
speed
you do
run?
tutorials?
I do tutorials and lessons.
Okay. That might have to be a part of it. I would do it.
We can do that here. I would love that. That would be awesome.
You know who
Right
else needs
before
to do
the
it?
event.
Matthew needs to do it too. Matthew Perks.
Oh, Matthew, we're calling out
He's our Tiltify manager. He's amazing. Sierra
Matthew. All
Mist on
right.
Twitch.
Sierra Mist.
Matthew,
It's-
you now have to speed run with me. I'm not doing it alone. Gotta
Yeah,
do it
There's
with
co-op
no,
me.
speedruns.
there is.
Oh,
There's
God,
there's co-op speedruns, and then there's also two-player one controller, which is where you
whoa.
both hold a side of like a GameCube controller and try and beat a game.
Ah.
But
oh
those
Yeah,
are
my
I just wouldn't
goodness.
do
more
anything on it.
rare.
Yeah, that is rare. I don't even think I've heard of that.
I'd
I
be
do
like
a couple at
the
like
dead leg.
GDQ and stuff.
Mm.
I've seen it a
Oh,
couple
that's
times.
awesome.
Wow, that does sound like fun.
Wow.
Does your partner like to speed run with you?
No.
No.
It's something we've talked about doing as like a series on YouTube. Like I taught my partner who doesn't know anything about speedrunning how to speedrun.
People would
Yay.
watch that.
Yeah. I
Yes,
thought it would
yes.
be fun and interesting.
Yeah,
For anyone out there who wants to speedrun, this could be for you guys, for Matt. The secret to getting into speedrunning is to pick your favorite game.
right.
Because if you enjoy the game,
It'll be
you'll
easier,
enjoy the
huh?
speedrun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine speed running a game you don't like. That would just make
There
me,
there are
yeah,
That would
some
be
I wouldn't
games
speed
where
run
the
hilarious.
it.
speedrun's good and you don't like the casual game, but
Yeah.
it's generally
Yeah.
best to
Mm-mm.
just pick something you like. Try it
Yeah,
out.
like Cuphead. Yeah, I don't like Cuphead. I don't want to speed run that. I just
Cuphead.
no. I've seen it. And I'm like, how do you do this? No
It's
way.
just
Oh,
memorization. We the
yeah.
secret of a good speedrunner is we make something super hard look really easy because it
Clearly,
Yeah.
becomes
because
I
easy
literally
to
I
said
look.
memorize
I
it.
said it looked fun. Like I was like, "You're really good at it." And you're like, "No, I'm not."
When
Yes,
you do
Cuphead is another
something
level.
when you do
Uh,
something over and over again, and especially since we practice, right? In practice, I know what this looks like perfect, right? There's a whole video from I think Average Trey about like we are people who have essentially seen what perfection is, so anything shy of that is failure. Even though it's impossible to reach that, like that's essentially what we are striving for. So there's
Are
like
you type
a
A?
no, I'm not.
Oh, God, that would kill me.
Um, yeah, no, I've accepted that I will never. I'm not even the best speedrunner of my game of my category. There's like 20 people, and I'm number two. But I'm happy with that.
Hey, that's awesome
No,
though.
it's a work of progress. But uh, yeah, it's there's like a very popular phrase in speedrunning. It's this run sucks. People really
Mm.
like to say that after they get the world record. And it's just like even after, even if you've played the best you've ever played, the best anyone's ever played, in practice you can do better. So everything you do is always like shy of that.
Gotcha.
wow.
But you gotta, pull yourself back and be like, well, this is still pretty good.
Speedrunning is like manifesting that disapproving parent. That's what it
Pretty
feels
much.
like to
Yeah.
me. It's giving me some drama. PTSD.
Wow, I'm learning about all things speed running. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to really do it. Just
It's
for
fun. It's
just
fun.
for fun, just to
You
see how it
you look like
goes.
you're really excited about it, not in pain at all at the thought.
No,
Not at all.
if
I
I'm
think
making a
people
game that I
are
like, then
yeah.
yeah, I think I'm excited for
Okay,
sure.
good.
It's more
I'll
fun
do
than a
it.
lot of people make it out to be. Everyone's a lot not everyone, but a lot of speedrunners really do bring out a negative side, even myself from time to time. Because like I said, we're not reaching our expectations most of the time,
Correct. Yeah.
which is negative. But like It's a lot of fun. I wish it was easier and said that we were better at making it seem as fun as it really is. 'Cause been doing this for, like I said, full time for 2 years, and I'm still doing it every day. I love
That's
it.
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. You're definitely inspiring me. I'm just gonna have to set it up. It's gonna be very interesting.
I promise it's fun. It's not
Definitely
that
gonna be
bad.
interesting. Yeah, just
I
the
think he just gave
fun.
you the Ike guarantee, so I think you can run with it.
I think I can.
Yeah. All you need to be doing, Ike, is like holding your brisk can and just like it's the Ike guarantee, like thumbs up, you
This
know?
one I can go brisket.
Like let's clip this.
Yes.
Yeah, there
And
it is.
and we can dive a little bit more about the Stream for Epilepsy program this month, Monique. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so November is National Epilepsy Awareness Month, and if my boss is watching, I'm really sorry I didn't announce this earlier. November is National Epilepsy Awareness Month, so it's a really big deal for the Epilepsy Foundation and actually a lot of other organizations because we work pretty collaboratively with other epilepsy foundations and alliances and stuff in the U.S. and beyond. But basically, we do a lot to activate this month to raise awareness, to raise critical funds, especially as we're heading into the holiday season, which can be a very hard time for people that are dealing with epilepsy. And so a part of this is our second annual Game Over Epilepsy event. And so basically, you can charity stream this month at any time to support the Epilepsy Foundation. It's a pretty active month. We typically have the most streams happening. And also, it's a really great way too to earn our incentives and our different swag and stuff, which I know Ike perfectly on cue. I did not tell him to wear it, is wearing his zip up.
It's comfy.
Yeah, I was like nervously watching him unpack this incentives box. I was like, what if he says it's trash? Because I took a lot of I took a lot of time to pick the items, so I was really nervous. So again, it's a great way to kind of really continue to raise the awareness and support the foundation in whatever way you can. And I know Tiltify does a lot of this too, which is awesome. Like you're just reminding people that it really doesn't matter how much you raise. So like it is incredible how much Ike raises, but literally every dollar counts, especially for a smaller organization like ours. You know, like when you're donating to the American Cancer Society or these, bigger orgs, while they are definitely worthwhile, that they're getting more dollars of the pie already. And so when we're able to get the support in our community where we need it, we're able to make more change and reach that level where we can affect and help more people, support more research, get more drugs on the market so people can actually treat their epilepsy and have it controlled and eventually reach seizure freedom, which is ultimately everybody's goal. Because, I mean, so many people who get epilepsy can't drive because
Yeah.
they have recurring seizures. They can't drive and other face a lot of other limitations. So November is a great month to kind of all come together and raise awareness. And I know there are a lot of other worthy causes out there, especially in November. I mean, Movember, Extra Life. So we're just lucky to even be considered amongst those this month.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for all that info for Stream for Epilepsy. And I know on their website they do have information and toolkits for you to utilize during your charity stream. So go check it out.
Yeah, and the
Check it
custom
out.
Tiltify overlay, it's like a little, have you seen it? It's like
Yes.
Space Invaders. It was amazing. You guys pulled
So
that out in like a day. It was incredible, your development team.
we do our best, okay? We
Yeah,
do.
I'm here for
It
it. I
definitely
love
is
it.
amazing. Yes. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And I want to talk a little bit more. You did touch base on a few things of how funds do uh, support Epilepsy Foundation, but how else do funds support the cause?
Yeah. So 83 cents on every dollar goes right to our mission. So we're very upfront about that. We do have if you know anything about charities, Charity Navigator really is the gold standard of ranking charities and their fiscal responsibility, their governance, how well they do basically with your funds and support. And so we do have the highest 4-star rating on that element. A lot of other charities, while also worthy, may not be as lean, mean machines as we are. For example, in the pandemic, we were not immune to a lot of the struggle, and
Mhm.
we recognized that one way we could reduce overhead was getting rid of all of our in-person offices. So we all work from the lovely spaces of our home, no matter how big or small, like mine. And as a result, we are saving so much more money and able to put that back towards our mission and research. So it supports research dollars, it supports education and advocacy efforts. That's like 50% of what you donate will go towards that. Obviously, there's, of course, always going to be administrative costs. Sorry, guys, we have to pay postage. Doesn't matter who you are. There's, of course, tons that goes into um, our nonprofit space being able to run these events, being able to raise more awareness, because like they said, you have to um, pay money to make money. Although we are fiscally responsible with it, there are obviously costs that come into that. But ultimately, I mean, check out Charity Navigator. If you're ever looking to donate to any charity, I'd recommend starting there to make sure that that charity is being fiscally responsible. And we're lucky to be included on that list.
Thank you so much for sharing that info. Because, of course, when you are supporting a cause, hey, where's my donation going towards? And
Yeah.
that's always so
Want it to make
helpful.
an impact. Yeah, and it is
Yes.
and like I mentioned earlier, it is very impactful, especially at a
Hmm.
smaller org like ours. It really goes very far. We're a very small nonprofit. We have only 74 people nationwide, and we cover the
Oh,
whole
wow.
US. So it's not a small footprint, yet we are reaching everybody and trying to be more digital first and getting to where our community is. Because, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of people are limited in their ability to be in person or go to specific places because they have no transportation just on a basic level. So your dollars really do go very far here at the Epilepsy Foundation.
Yes. Thank you so much again, Monique. That is awesome work you are doing, and everyone else that is involved. Seriously, thank you. And it is Epilepsy Awareness Month. So tune into someone's stream that is fundraising with Tiltify. Go support. You can bring awareness by sharing their stream, sharing their Tiltify link, all that fun stuff. Okay.
Yes.
And Swift, I know you do fundraising in July every
Yeah.
year. Are you going to be fundraising this month or supporting Stream for Epilepsy?
I've been considering just like sending my people to the stuff. I like that I have like a big a thing
Agreed.
in July. And I think there's something cool about having like the one thing that they'll be looking forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
agreed. No, he's been super supportive. Like you said, retweeting is caring.
yeah,
Like it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
it's just helping to raise
100%.
awareness. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
he definitely does everybody in our community, like I mentioned earlier too, is I they all support each other. They raid. I mean, they'll raid somebody they've never even met before because that like trust is there. Like you're part of this community and we love you. So let's go. We want our
yeah.
community to grow too. So Ike is a huge part of that. So we really thank him for that. Even I mean, I even noticed Ike like we had more followers after you retweeted the Tiltify tweet. So
Awesome.
it
Glad to
makes
see
a
that I could
difference.
help.
Yeah, yeah, it's huge.
Yes.
I watch it go up because I can't disconnect from my phone anymore. Because we all have this like cancer on our hand. So I'm always watching the numbers. But yeah.
Um,
Yes.
that's
And I know, Ike, you are eventually going to do your first fundraiser with Tiltify. Of
yeah.
course, you just let me know if you need help. You can also watch our boot
Okay.
camp. It's very, very extensive for 2 hours. So we go through everything. Okay. We go through everything and I give you examples. Me and Lou help you out there. So we're excited to see your future fundraiser with us. And we
Awesome.
can't
Yeah.
wait to support and elevate in any way. So, yeah, we definitely need to talk about Brisk Boys for
Yep.
epilepsy event next year.
Mhm.
I would love that.
Yes.
I would love that. That would be awesome to rally a couple people on a team. That would be really, really amazing.
You have
And
a Ike, sorry to interrupt. You have
oh, you're
a
fine.
team that you're on, right? On Twitch?
Yes, I have
Are
a
they all
Twitch team.
speedrunners?
Yes, we are the Speed Babes.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, it's Speed Babes. I couldn't remember the name.
Speed
I love it.
babes. That's so
Speed
cute.
Babes.
I love it.
So I have
Yes.
two speedrun related themed things. My Twitch team, the Speed Babes, and my interview series on YouTube, Speed Dates, where I interview
Oh,
speedrunners
that's
and the
right.
themes that were on a
Oh,
date.
that is
Oh,
so cute.
someone in the
I did
chat was
not
like,
know
"That is
that.
cute." Yeah, then LOL, Grantus, LOL.
That is a great name. I didn't know that. I
Honestly, you
love
guys,
it.
if you don't follow Swiftike on Twitter, you really should because it's really hilarious content. I can't always retweet things on the official Epilepsy Foundation page, but I'm always laughing and secretly wishing that I could just tweeted whatever I wanted.
It's the bigger I get, the more I'm realizing, like, maybe I shouldn't just tweet the first thing that comes to my mind in the morning.
Wait,
But
I think a great way to describe your content is what you put in your Twitch bio. Can
yeah,
you say that for this interview?
yeah, it says watching a Swift Ike stream is like watching a baby with a fork in an outlet. In a
There you
room
go.
full of outlets. That's what it is.
The chaos of it
It's
all,
just
but like
I'm
very
very
Oh,
whimsical.
I'm very uh
oh my.
untamed.
That's chaotic.
Yes.
It's amazing
It's
though.
safe. It's safe for
Whimsical.
work, but
Yep.
yeah.
chaotic.
We like it. We like it.
That's why I want to say chaotic.
Honestly, like if there is there any other way to like create content? I don't know. I feel like it's just automatically chaos. I
You would
love it.
think so, but there's creators out there that are just really chill. Hey,
I
I'm
don't know.
streaming today,
Do you think
and
that
it's
they're
just
always
nice
chill?
vibes. Yes, I know a couple that I
Who
can
There's
are
name
some
off.
that
those
are super
people?
chill.
What do
There's
they take?
they stream nice cozy games like Animal Crossing and
Oh, man,
like they're just chill. There's nothing is hyper, nothing is chaotic.
I
I'm
don't
like,
even
how are
know.
you chill? I want to be you. I want to
I don't know how to
relax.
do that. Oh,
That
Grantis just
that's what
said he
the
followed
altas
you on
for.
Twitter, Ike. So
Making
Alright,
big
thank you,
moves.
Grancis, supporting Ike.
yeah,
Love it. And you can use our Control Plus Stream Kick to follow him on Twitch as well.
love
All
it.
right,
Is that
awesome.
I seen Control Plus. I was gonna say, like, is that something that everyone could use? That's really cool for like
Yes.
doing.
You sure can. Yeah, it's awesome, and you can do polls and everything with that extension. So
That's
there you
cool.
go.
I don't know if you've ever tried to use polls like natively on Twitch, but they are a
Yeah.
disaster. The amount of things that it
No,
doesn't let you put in there is like really bad.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I've never used them.
they're
I was
Yeah,
thinking
they're
about it.
yeah. I think everything's just a work in progress, but you can use it for
That has
Twitch
been
is a
now.
the
small
theme.
indie company. They're trying their best.
Small
Yes,
indie
yes.
company. So shady. I
All
love it.
right.
I love the
Uh,
Wednesday afternoon shade. I'm here for it.
All right. So, last question, okay? Ready?
okay.
Okay. The hot dog, a sandwich.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Do you guys listen to that podcast on it? It's called The Hot Dog is a Sandwich
No, but
from Good Mythical Morning.
I'm asking the most important question of the day right now. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Has
I
this been
would
on
say
your
a
mind
hot dog
today?
is a sandwich.
I
Think
am
so?
gonna say I think it is as well. I think you could because it's the two pieces of
Okay.
bread,
Well, it's actually one piece of bread.
but it's sliced, right? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
two.
Hmm.
What do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah, what's your answer here?
I feel like I answered
I
this
gotta
incorrectly.
agree. Yes,
Okay,
I gotta say yes. It is. It is a sandwich.
I think it
It's
is.
yeah, between two pieces of bread. So that's a sandwich to me. So I'm
Yeah,
done. That's good.
and
I have
like
a
you can add
question
Okay.
for you.
toppings.
Oh, you
Oh,
have a question for me? Oh.
Does Subway use cakes or bread?
cakes. Well, didn't they just change their bread recipe?
Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they just changed it because I know
it
that
had
they couldn't
something
say that it was
foul
bread
in
It,
it.
they
Yeah.
had too high of a sugar content to legally say that it
to
was
call it was
bread.
bread. Yeah. So I it's basically a really gross
Plastic
cake.
loaves.
Yeah. But I think they may have changed their bread, but I don't know. Who can prove
Yes, they
anything?
did.
Did
Okay.
Yeah, who
they? That's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations on serving bread on your
Now they can
sandwiches.
call it bread. That's really great. Great for
Yes.
them. Man,
That was just a fun thing that I learned a while ago that I
I
like sharing.
same. I did, and that's
Wow.
that's what made me like I when I saw it come up that they changed their bread recipe, I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, maybe it's because of the sugar content."
I
What a
can't even
life.
eat Subway anymore. I just
Ugh,
ugh.
no.
Nope. Even if it's
Nope.
a $5 foot long, I don't want it.
There was a,
Aren't they like $7 now anyways?
Are they? Yeah,
Think
I think
so.
s
maybe the $5 are maybe it's on
what a shame.
occasion.
That whole
Maybe,
marketing campaign just laid to waste.
right? Out the
Gone.
window.
God, who thought
Well,
of that?
perfect. I enjoyed our chat today, and I just want to thank you both so much for joining me. And Ike, we can't wait to see all the amazing work you do for accessibility and gaming and speed running and all the fundraising you get to do in the future. So, thank you so much for
Awesome.
joining us. We appreciate you and your community.
Yes.
And Monique, thank you so much for setting this up and recommending Ike to join us today. I really appreciate you and your time and the work you're doing for individuals with epilepsy and this cause.
Thank you.
So, thank you
Thank you
so
for having
much.
me.
And thank
Yes.
you, Ash, for doing this. I know you do this for like weekly. I can only imagine
Yeah.
how much prep and work goes into it, especially, we all have personal lives too. So thank you for taking the time. And I also,
Of
I want to thank
course.
you again. I know I've said this a million times. You're probably sick of me saying it, but we really appreciate all that you do for our community.
Just glad to help.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
I just yeah, I love this work. I love this industry and
Right?
it won't go away. The love won't
No,
go away. I'm stuck forever.
I agree. Like,
And
that's why,
Tiltify, I'm stuck with Tiltify. So we're glued.
yeah,
We're glued. You can't take us away.
once you're sucked in, I mean, they could just like cut your pay in half and you're here. I'm just kidding. Just
Preferably
kidding.
not.
That was real. That was real life, guys. That's what happened in the pandemic. Moving on.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my gosh, Monique, you're great. You are great. All right, everyone. At the end, we always raid another community member. So let's see who is live. If we can get the raid command in chat, make sure you copy that raid message. And we're going to go send some love to another stream. There's a couple people online. We have a lot of people online, actually.
I
So
love it.
let's see who we're going to pick as our raid target. Right. Can go raid. Podgy. Podgy is doing some art right now. A
Oh, cool.
holographic Simpsons dignity painting.
Oh,
I am intrigued. I want to
yeah.
see this. And Podgy is just now starting. So let's go see what they are up to. I appreciate you all again for being here. We hope you have a beautiful day. And we'll be live again next week with JDRF. All
Oh,
right.
another great cause. Yeah.
Another great cause, especially for this month.
Right.
So, yes, November is a very,
It's
very
popping.
busy month. It's
Yep.
popping, yes. So, go support all these amazing causes on Tiltify. We appreciate you. Have a great day. Be safe out there. All right. Bye, everyone.